Hi friends, how you doing? Long time no talk. If you are new here, welcome. This is Dual Wellness. If you are returning, hi. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out and realizing that there is no schedule to the videos. So if you're watching, yay. Like, subscribe, all those good things. If you're not subscribed yet, why not subscribe? So my name is Camille. I am for the new people, I am a 57-year-old mom. I'm half of the Dual Wellness team. My son Max, who is 24, he's 24 now. My son Max is the other half. He just pops in occasionally, gives his opinion, update on his life. And he is working today, so he is not here. So you get just me. And I wanted to come on here and just talk just a little bit about, and this may be kind of geared more towards, just a particular group of people, but maybe not. Maybe because wellness is wellness, and this is about health and weight loss and all that good stuff, the subject that I'm going to talk about. So last week was the 8-year, they call it a surgiversary, 8-year anniversary for myself for receiving bariatric surgery, not the gastric bypass, the sleeve, my mind is blank. I can't remember what vertical sleeve gastrectomy, VSG. Something like that. But anyway, last week was the 8-year surgiversary. And so there are a lot of channels on here, a lot on YouTube, a lot of people on YouTube that are sharing their journey that have either just started out or a little bit into their journey. One of the ones is that I love. I've been following her for ages, and she is about 10 months into her VSG journey, is Lose Weight Sarah on here. So if you're Sarah has a ton of content. She's been on here for a couple of years, and she is super awesome, really funny, and she's sharing her journey. Like I said, she's about 10 months in. So myself, I'm 8 years in. So 8 years is a really different journey that a lot of people don't really talk about, because after a while, this is no longer this sleeve type surgery type change that you have made in your body is no longer a change. It is your body. It's a way of life. It is just this is you. This is you for forever, and this is you going forward. So you just get used to it, and you take. I don't know if everybody does this, but I know I do it, and I also have another. My husband had the same surgery a year after I did, so he just passed his 7-year anniversary. So we both really we watch each other, and we have our own little data group here in our house. So one of the questions that I get from family members, friends, everything else is, would I do it again? Would I have this surgery again? Being this far out, knowing what I know, everything else, would I do it again? And the answer for me personally, and I know I've asked my husband this, and this is also his answer, is yes, 100% yes. We would absolutely do it again. It literally has changed our lives. I think that it has extended our lifespan. I believe it has, just because of the changes that we have implemented. It is a tool. It is a tool to implement these changes. You either take this tool and utilize it, or you end up going back to a lot of the old habits and stuff like that. And that happens. I mean, quite frankly, I've some of my old habits have crept back in, everything, and every couple of months, every few months, I have to have a little bit of a hey, check yourself kind of conversation in my head. So super quick, where was I 8 years ago? So physically, so I was, I have some notes over here. That's why I keep looking over here. So I was 220 pounds, which to a lot of people doesn't sound like, to some people that's not that much. To some people it is a lot. To me, I am 4'11", 5 foot on a good day. So on my frame, I have a larger frame. I'm not petite. I'm not petite at all. There's nothing on me that is petite. So I'm not one of those really, really, really small frame people. I just am shrunken. So I weighed 220 pounds. My BMI was in the I can't remember what it was, but it was in the high 30s. So that even though BMI is BS in a lot of ways, but I had really bad knees. I had bad knees. I wasn't bone on bone or anything like that, but I was, if I know that I talk about how I am a server on the weekends, and that back 8 years ago, I was doing every weekend. Now I do every other Sunday. It's my fun job. I love it. I've been there 30 years. I super love it. But after a shift of serving, I always had to ice my knees. I was always sitting with at least one of them. I was always sitting with a bag of peas on my knees, and bad back, bad hips. Holy moly, bad hips. I just was achy all the time. My ankles hurt, my feet hurt, I just was, and because it was because it was just every day, I didn't even realize that was how I was feeling. It was just something that I was. I did have high blood pressure, so in order to get approved by this surgery to be approved by my insurance, was you have to have X amount of comorbidities, and things that are the symptoms or whatever, the things that you're dealing with. And one of them was my BMI, and the other one was that I did have high blood pressure. And then the other thing, my sleep was not good. I didn't have sleep apnea. I didn't have anything like that, but I just was not, I didn't sleep well, and I didn't sleep enough. And was that because of the weight, or was that part of the issue with the weight? Egg or chicken, who knows? So those were the things that I was dealing with. The other thing so I was at the age of 50, I was perimenopausal, and one of the things one of the requirements to get approved for the surgery is that I had to have at least 6 months of documented weight loss attempts in order to get approved, and I had a ton. I had a ton of documented. I had been in Weight Watchers consistently for approximately 2 years, so I had all of that documented. I had been pretty consistent with my Weight Watchers journey, and in the 2 years, I had lost, I think, 8 pounds, something like that. Yeah, it was super depressing. So those were all things that played into when my doctor, who I love, he has been my doctor for 20 some odd years, when he suggested the surgery to me, and my initial reaction was, no. When he suggested it to me, those were part of his reasons why. And he really felt that I was a good candidate for using this surgery as the tool that it is supposed to be. So, where am I today? Where am I 8 years later? So I am, so from my very, very lowest weight, which I reached about a year after the surgery, I reached my lowest weight, and I stayed there for all of 2.2 seconds. I mean, it was not it was a pretty significant weight loss for me. But it was it didn't seem sustainable. Could it be now? Maybe. I have definitely increased my activity. I have, started losing, the last year or so, started consistently lifting, although I'm kind of on a hiatus from that because I jacked up my shoulder and I jacked up my hip, and you do not lift, and you sure don't lift heavy, especially when you have a janky shoulder. You don't do upper, no, don't do it. But still doing lots of different things. I am still doing, light lifting, different body weight exercises. I am super consistent in my steps. I pretty much almost always get at least 10,000 steps a day. So that is something that I have, I was not doing that when, I was not consistent with it. I walked, but that was about it. I did, I got into prior to the surgery, I was doing water aerobics, super fun. That is something that you can do, but not doing any of it consistently. Whoops, I have a meeting that's coming up. So the main thing was that I came to the realization, probably a couple of years into my journey, I came to the realization, that saying, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. It's a saying for a reason. You have to make your habits your lifestyle. You absolutely and completely, there is not going to come a point in my life where I can say, I have reached my goal. I have reached my goal weight, my goal health, my goal, whatever it is, whatever my goal is, I have reached my goal. Therefore, I don't need to do any more of the things that got me to this goal. I can stop doing those things. I will never be able to stop doing those things, ever. I can't, as long as I can physically do those things, as long as I can physically move my body, eat right. And when I say right, that didn't sound right. Eat mostly, focus on my protein, and I know that, there's some controversy over the getting too much protein, but I focus on my protein first and then let everything else fall into place. If I don't do all the habits that I have instituted, then I am going to go back to where I was prior to those habits. So that's one of the main things that I have realized, that these are habits, but they're also, they're who I am. This is who I am. So I am someone that prioritizes protein. I am someone that is active. I am someone that walks, almost every single solitary day. I am someone that moves their body on a really, really, really regular basis. And that's who I have to be. That's who I have to be to utilize the tool that my surgery was. So just wanted to come on here. I'm at 14 minutes. I got a meeting going on in a minute, so I got to check into work. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or any comments, anything like that, put them down below. I would love to, if you have any questions about it, the surgery is not for everyone. It absolutely is not. And I'm not recommending it for anyone. It was the tool for me. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. We promise to come back sometime, hopefully sometime soon. So thanks, friends. Have a great day. Bye.